Right back here. I don't even know what that. I mean, plain as day, a woman's freaking voice. The voice was so freaking clear. And it wasn't on there. That thing was going off. And I heard her voice back here behind me.
5 real paranormal encounters caught during night shift. You won't sleep after this. The night shift is quiet until it's not. While most of the world sleeps, night shift workers step into a different reality, one where the rules seem to bend and things aren't always what they appear to be. Empty hallways echo with unseen footsteps, security cameras catch figures that shouldn't be there, and sometimes something watches back. These aren't ghost stories told around a campfire. These are real encounters from people who lived through them while working alone in the dead of night. And here are 5 of the scariest real-life paranormal encounters caught during night shifts. But fair warning, you won't sleep after this. In February 2020, Courtney and her family moved into what they thought would be their dream home. Instead, it became their worst nightmare. It started small. Faint footsteps up and down the stairs when no one was there, whispers in empty rooms, doors slamming without cause. But the unease grew quickly. Every night before bed, Courtney felt it, something entering the room, unseen but undeniable. Sometimes it would touch her leg or hover so close she could feel its presence press against her skin. Soon, the house began to change them. The once happy family grew distant, angry, and miserable. Strange shadows moved in the corners of their eyes. Courtney's partner, Dave, woke to a woman whispering his name. Their son Evan saw a little boy sitting silently at their table. Courtney herself faced terror beyond explanation, having been pinned down in her sleep, unable to move or scream, waking to find the word hell scratched into her leg.
Oh, no! Something just ran up the steps at me. I know, I heard it.
February 2020. I moved up from Tennessee. Dave and I, we were doing a long-distance relationship for a few years. We moved up here to be a big, happy family, or so we thought. That's what we were going to be. So we were here for probably 3-4 days, and things started happening. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody was in bed, and I was taking a bath. Something just thump, 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 thump up the steps, and then thump, thump, thump back down the steps. And it did it a couple of times. So I stood outside the bathroom door, and then it thumped really loud. And by the time they got to the top of the steps, I was like, open the door to catch one of the kids, and there was nobody there. And that's kind of like when it started. Like I knew something was here. We would hear like people walking and talking through the house. The doors would slam. That's pretty much where it all started as soon as we moved in. Every night when I would go in to go to bed, you could feel something walking in. Like you could just feel like something in the room with you, like a heavy feeling. There was times like I would be in bed, like something would touch my leg, and you could just feel something there.
The suspense built to a chilling discovery. Their home had once been a funeral parlor, with bodies kept in a closet now part of their living space. Paranormal investigators Josh, Rocky, and Sean arrived to uncover the truth. The tension sharpened as their equipment picked up knocks, footsteps, and voices. Alarms set around the house responded intelligently to their questions. A female voice whispered yes through their necrophonic app. Josh felt an icy hand brush his neck. Courtney's ears rang violently as if the house itself was tightening its grip.
I think now we need to really talk and try to get some answers, okay? So I got 2 alarms in front of me, and I'm gonna start this, it's called necrophonic app, so you can talk to me, okay? It said yeah. Right when I hit start, it goes yeah. Can you tell me what your name is? Can you tell me why you keep bothering Courtney? Whoa! No! Oh God, no! No! Josh! I'm coming back in. Okay. Where are you at?
With every prayer, every command for darkness to leave, the suspense hovered. Would it work? Or had the family become prisoners in a house that never intended to let them go? Well, watch out for this next case. A former nursing home with a history of 33 recorded deaths had an oppressive atmosphere, with shadows shifting out of sight and unexplained noises echoing through the empty halls, creating an unnerving backdrop to its exploration. Upstairs, the tension escalates when strange light anomalies flicker near the staircase, an area steeped in unease. Using a spirit box, the investigators capture disturbing responses, a female voice referencing a demon, chilling mentions of a fire that aligns with the home's scarred history, and most hauntingly, what sounds like a child's voice urging them to hide from a bad man. The entity is believed to be John Gibson, a former resident known for his hostility towards trespassers.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, there's a picture of a woman in a casket over here. I'm gonna set a ghost tube over by that picture. Okay, a device here.
I see you.
Okay, I don't see you, so I need you to set alarms off and knock on stuff or try to talk to me. But you can use this device.
Have we met?
Nope. This is the first time I've ever been here. Are you in this picture right here that I'm looking at? I feel like this town holds so many spirits in it.
As they descend into the basement, the atmosphere turns even darker. The oppressive silence is broken by phantom footsteps, shadowy movements, and an EVP that growls a chilling command: "Get out." The investigators' fear becomes palpable when they hear a loud, disembodied male voice, clear enough to leave them visibly disturbed. The sudden activation of a music box adds to the unsettling ambiance, suggesting a playful yet eerie presence.
No one can help.
Do you want help? Okay. I think.
That's what I want.
Further attempts to communicate with child spirits and the stuffed bear, mysteriously appearing in different rooms, become a silent, spectral symbol of a child's presence. This next investigation, in an abandoned house where the previous occupant, named Benjamin, or possibly Ronald, is believed to have died a couple of years prior, begins by noting the personal belongings left behind, which suggest a sudden departure or the occupant passing away in the home. They find old children's toys, baby pictures, and items indicating the former resident might have been a farmer with a family.
It literally is as if someone's just started to make a cup of tea and that was it.
Felt bad and
Yeah. What an absolutely amazing place. Oh wow, look at all these photos too. So we've actually figured that this guy would have been a farmer. They actually had their own business.
yeah.
It was his name, surname, which we won't say, and Sons.
Yeah.
So, but these are actually pictures of the house, look. I presume these are their old cars and tractors and things. That's amazing. Oh my word. Look at that. That's him, stood here.
Wow.
Just where I can hear the noise as well. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
It is the guy. The house has barely changed.
It hasn't, has it?
As they explored, the investigators heard unexplained noises, prompting them to set up multiple cameras throughout the bungalow, including one in a room where they heard a loud bang. They also deploy a zoom microphone to capture potential electronic voice phenomena and an EMF pump to potentially provide energy for spirits. The most suspenseful part of the video begins when the investigators decide to leave the cameras recording and go outside for about an hour. hoping that their absence might encourage any potential paranormal activity. Upon returning, they review the footage and audio, discovering some potentially unexplainable events. They hear loud banging and movements throughout the house. Most notably, they hear a distinct voice seemingly coming from the main living room, which is also captured by the Zoom microphone. This is particularly intriguing, as they believe this room might have been the former occupant's deathbed. Adding to the suspense, they discover that one of their cameras, positioned on a door handle, had fallen off sometime while they were outside. Initially, they had mistakenly associated the sound of the fall with a noise they heard upon re-entering the house.
Either that, I'm going mad. Hello? Ron, is that you? What was that? Sounds like... What?
I'm not fucking moving.
What do you mean not to move?
Look at the camera. Camera.
Oh, fuck.
It fucking fell.
Fuck off.
Is it okay? It's still recording. Should we play it back?
Yeah?
However, through editing, they realized the camera fell much earlier. While they acknowledge the possibility of the camera simply sliding off due to its unstable position, the timing coinciding with other unexplained sounds adds a layer of mystery. While some houses are just old, others are cursed. At first glance, 30 East Drive looks like any ordinary home with bricks, windows, and a quiet street. But behind its walls lies one of the UK's most infamous and chilling paranormal histories. The first family to ever live here, the Pharaohs, left after just 8 months, fleeing from something they refused to speak about fully. What could drive an entire family out so quickly? What did they see? What did they hear? Then came the Pritchards, whose terrifying experiences would turn 30 East Drive into a legend among ghost hunters. A house where shadows move on their own, objects are hurled across rooms, and something ancient seems to watch from the dark.
You know, I mean, we are logical. We do like to remain skeptical, but we can't deny the stuff that's happened inside this house. And it's why we always keep coming back, and why everyone always asks, what's the scariest place? What's the best location? And we always say, we don't even have to think twice. It's always 30 East Drive.
The paranormal activity at 30 East Drive had already made a reputation for itself. But it wasn't until the investigators stepped inside that they truly understood the terror that awaited them. In the first 15 minutes of their investigation, something inexplicable and chilling occurred. 2 large carving knives appeared on the stairs, seemingly out of nowhere. This happened after the team had checked the knife drawer, which was taped shut, and counted 5 knives inside. When they returned moments later, only 3 remained. Even more unsettling was the fact that one of the team members had no prior knowledge of the house's bizarre history with knives.
Knife.
Come on, all your energy straight to red. Just to show us that you're here, just to show us that
Help me.
just to show us that you're trying to get some help. Shoot all the way to red if you tell us what you need, energy-wise, and we'll try and get it to you. Come on. Tell us what you need, what energy you need, what power you need.
It said it needs help, doesn't it?
Yeah, it says help me. I want to know what it needs, what energy it needs to be as strong as it used to be. Tell us and we can get it you. Shout it to us. Use all your energy that you've got, and we'll make sure that you get that energy. We'll make sure that you get the energy that you need to communicate. Don't leave us. Stay.
Oh, again. I don't know if he went to red though.
I don't know. I think he just went to orange then.
Okay.
Come on. We need answers now. If you can communicate with us through the device that we've got on the coat rack, could you tell us what you need? You have devices that you can speak into on the stairs. And next to Stephen. Don't give up now, though.
Sure.
Ah.
Don't give up now.
This was not a prank. It was something far darker. The investigators, shaken but determined, openly challenged any spirits in the house to replicate the knife manifestation, cementing 30 East Drive as the most terrifying location they had ever investigated. Next, the haunting presence inside this home has tormented Meredith and her family for years, but this investigation and the chilling uncertainty of what lurks in the corners become harder to ignore. It all started with the children's room, a place that once felt safe, but now carries an energy that is anything but. Meredith's son, Gage, hadn't slept there in years. The restless nights, the unexplainable fear, it's all tied to something more than just a bad dream.
EMF in here. As you can see, it's about 3.
With the pressure mounting, the investigators move on to the master bedroom, the heart of the activity.
Right in this area is where the baby bed used to be. See, right now it's all the way down to 0.
This was where Meredith heard the disembodied voices calling her name, where the orbs had moved around her baby's crib, each incident escalating in its intensity.
Man, that's freaking off the chart. I mean, I know we're right here by this, but look.
Cold spots and sudden temperature shifts sweep through the room like an invisible force.
And it's just a light switch. Come down.
The ghost kept saying a lot of things, and when asked to come sit down, it said no. And a few seconds later, the alarm goes off on its own.
Are you by this crib?
Very strange, but it's not just the physical disturbances that take center stage.
Would you be mad if I took this crib outside and got rid of it? Are you attached to it? That's weird.
The chilling cold that speaks to a presence far more sinister than they ever imagined.
You ever just feel like you're speechless? It does feel a little weirder right here, especially I don't know if it's touching this crib or talking about it or what, but... Are you making me feel weird?
From ghostly whispers to inexplicable movements.
Did somebody hurt you? Did you follow this family from somewhere else?
Sit here.
Do you want them to leave?
These real paranormal events serve as a haunting reminder that the darkness doesn't always stay dormant.
I don't even want to say what I think it said. I don't know, man. This thing's like going nuts compared to, normally when we do it, you can pick up like on one person. But right now it seems like it's multiple people. It almost reminds me of when we was over in Chicago. When I was back in the bedroom, it wasn't like it was one person coming across trying to answer the questions. It was like multiple.
Whether you believe or not, one thing is certain. These stories will make you think twice before working late into the night again.
Can you come up here and sit next to me?
That's crazy.
Look, can you sit right there? Right where my hand's at, can you sit there? Where you sit?
It says Sean. Do you hear that?
Yeah. We've seen you multiple times. Like Josh said, you're trying to play games with us.
The line between the living and the supernatural has never felt thinner.
Do you like talking to Josh better? You like saying my name? I think you're right. I think they like playing games. No? It sure seems like you are.
Sleep tight, but don't be surprised if you hear something in the shadows.